Mm. Sige. Ayan. Pasensya na kayo, may bata kasi baka naman itama niyo pa sa evaluation ko na eh. Hindi naman minsan lang alam magturo si sir. Tahimik pa, hina-hina pa ng boses kasi yung misis lagi pinapatahimik yung asawa. Ayan. Pasensya na niyo na ha. Huwag niyo na ako i-report. I-report niyo ako. So let's have the teka lang, huwag ka lang. Okay na, nagkaklase na ako. Nagkaklase na ako. Okay na. Okay lang ako. So we have the point of view, no? So in visual practice, nasa ano na tayo, nasa point na tayo kung saan we are preparing for what we call the visual direction, no? So when we say visual direction, uh, hindi yan ibang banda sa One Direction, iba yung One Direction sa visual direction. So yung visual direction is more on using the visual elements for creativity, for our filmmaking, for our um, content making, or even pati yung paggawa ng mga posters. Ayan. So visual communication is more on that. Uh, and how we utilize the visual elements, uh, like the spaces, lines, colors, and those um, in making a story, in creating a story. So now we have the point of view. Now, in practice, point of view is very important. Um, Point of view, think about the visual structure, but more importantly, use it. Now, when we say visual structure, is yung lahat mo nakikita, yung all-compassing sa visual natin. No? When you look on something, meron kang, meron kang focus, di ba? Meron ka nakikita sa harapan mo. That's what we call focus. And then you have something around it, and you call it peripheral vision. Diba? And although sabihin natin na you have to focus and as a director, you have the power to you have the power to manipulate kung ano yung gusto mong i-focus. Hindi naman pwedeng sabihin na huwag mo nang pansinin what's in peripheral vision or what is yung surrounding things na unfocus, yung ninineglect ng ating paningin. So, you have to think about the whole visual structure, the focus, and the other surrounding elements that offers opportunity for more storytelling. No? Parang pag gumagawa ka ng kwento o ng isang eksena o kaya ng isang photography, let's say photography, when you take a picture, yung visual structure is lahat ng nasa loob ng frame. That's the visual structure. No matter if palalabuin mo siya o palilinawin mo siya, it's still part of the visual structure. And it still offers more story. It still offers more information. Yeah. So you have to decide the whole visual structure and use it. You use the whole visual structure. Okay. So select visual components that help you tell the story. This requires a point of view. And point of view is very important because the point of view may vary from one writer to another. Tandaan nyo, in the visual communication and the visual direction, hindi lang kayo yung writer or hindi lang kayo director, but you are also the writer. And somewhat, it is the writer na nag-requires ng point of view. O it is the writer. It is the visual structure is the writer's perspective or point of um, in the process of content creation or filmmaking or um, production, meron tayong writer. Although the director has the power to manipulate the execution or manipulate the visual representations, o kaya ay siya yung mag-decide which visual structure to follow, hindi niya yun kukunin sa sarili niya, kundi kukunin niya pa rin yun doon sa writers na sumulat ng narratives. sumulat ng character development, sumulat ng character building na tinatawag. Yan, kung anong characteristic ng character. So, hindi po si director yung, hindi po talaga ito point of view ng director. But rather, si director is just an executioner lang. No, siya nag-execute. Hindi siya tagapatay. No? Execute. Taga-execute ng action. Taga, taga-design. Taga-decide and design ng, ng point of view na na paano mo materialize yung point of view, no? Naintindihan niyo, nakakasunod kayo. Thumbs up ako, nakakasunod kayo. Yan. In the process of filmmaking, for example, hindi yung director yung nauuna na nagpapasa ng pitch doon sa mga producer. But rather, it is the writer who sends the narratives, the script doon sa producer ng pelikula. And then the producer will read on that script, check on the narratives, the storyline, the characters. And then mag-decide si producer kung sino director yung yung nasa inventaryo niya na makakatulong sa kanya para mag-materialize yung isang pelikula. So that's the power of point of view. No? That's the power of point of view of whom? Point of view of the writer. No? Yung writer is siya yung pinaka-pundasyon ng kwento. No? Yung point of view niya, yung pananaw niya. So the term point of view has a variety of meanings. Often it refers to the camera angle, but in this lecture, no, we point of view refers to how the filmmakers want the audience to feel emotionally about the subject and the story. We have to think as the POV, as how we want to feel a certain subject or story, no, in terms of emotional, yeah, or cognitive aspect, pananaw natin or perspective natin. So, again, point of view refers to how filmmakers want the audience to feel emotionally about the subject and the story. Balikan, yun yung definition natin ng point of view. A character is from writer's POV. Yan, point of view. So, merong character sa isang pelikula. Kung anong klaseng ugali, personification, representation, yung gagawin ng character na yon, hindi yun director lang, kundi technically from the writer itself. Siya yung magsasabi. So, let's think of a character like a middle child. Yan. Sino rito yung mga middle child? Thumbs up nga dyan yung mga middle child. Mga middle child na laging hindi pinapansin. Alam mo yun, parang okay lang lagi, di ba? Ang mahal lang ng panganay o kaya. So, di ba? Yan. So, the middle child. Yan. So, POV, middle child yan. So, para sa lahat ng Bettina, Bobby, at Brian, you are seen, you are loved, mahigpit na yakap. Yan, di ba? Hirap kaya maging mahirap maging middle child. Ako alam ko yan yung pagiging middle child kasi nag-iisang anak lang ako. So ako yung una, ako yung gitna, ako rin yung huli. No? Omnipresent ako. Di ba? Pero I think iba rin talaga. Iba-iba yung perspective. Uh, Itong mga character development ito sa pelikula natin. Somewhat mahihiwalay mo si Bettina kay Bobby at kay Brian. 'Di ba? Bakit? Because of the POV of the writer. Depends on the writer kung paano yung build up ng character, the way to speak, the way to feel, no? Emotional aspirations, emotional struggles, 'di ba, ng mga character na yan are basically from the writer. And the audience feels differently about each of these characters because the authors had different point of view. Iba-iba yung point of view ng author, iba-iba yung feel na nararamdaman ng audiences. In in visual direction, in visual direction, um, kailangan may gano'n din tayo. Hindi puwedeng yung karakter mo pare-pareho. Gagawa ng pelikula, tatlo sila magkakapatid tapos yung kanilang feel, emotional struggles, yung kanilang emotional appeals, 'di ba? Yung kanilang, kilos, galaw, paraan ng pagsasalita, yung pakiramdam kapag sila nagsasalita pare-pareho. Weird 'no? Akala ko magkakapatid pero bakit parang iisang tao lang, 'di ba? So, iniwasan natin 'yun. We have to establish a certain character and live with that doon sa mga gagawin nating material, films, ating mga production, and so on. So, anong kailangan gawin ng isang isang writer, no? Isang katulad natin na mga estudyante ng visual communication, ng visual direction, is for us to establish uh, the right set of visual elements, di ba? Attire, itsura, buhok, kung tao yan, paraan ng pananamit, makeup, lahat ng elemento, yung visual structure, we have to establish that and establish that differently from one character to another. And then yung point, anong kailangan, saan natin kukunin yun, sir? Of course, from the perspective ng iba't ibang tao. No? A writer, a good writer can is as a good researcher. No? A good writer is a good researcher, researching the experience, researching on the values, aspiration, struggles, feels, aura na nire-reflect ng isang uh, character na isinasabi niya doon sa kwento na ginagawa niya. Hindi pwedeng sulat na kayo ng sulat, di ba? Kailangan well-established ninyo kung anong klaseng pagkatao, yung visual structure ng isang karakter sa inyong gagawing pelikula o ginagawang pelikula. That's the idea here. I guess yung point, di ba? Thumbs up na ako na gets niyo. Thank you. So, yeah, itong middle child, pareho sa middle child, pero nakita niyo ba yung parami na pag-usap, yung salita, pero halos meron sa pagkakatugma sa kwento. Diba? May pagkamukha, pero maraming pagkakaiba. You have to establish that. The conceived POV. The conceived POV is yung natanggap the per point of when people is watching your produced material, they will conceive POV. No? Sila matatanggap nila yung perspective na yun. And if you well establish visual structure on a certain character, o kaya ay na well established yung nag-reflect ng maigi yung iyong character na based from the point of view ng iba-ibang tao siguro. Kapag research ka na, di ba? Na ano ba yan, yung pananaw ng iba't ibang tao, ipon-ipon mo, nakabuo ka na ngayon ng isang character based from the other people's perspective o kaya ay may sinabing perspective yung writer tapos nakapag-research ka ng klase yung gusto ng writer ko, di ba? So, pagka nakapag-produce ka na ng material at nag-reflect yung karakter doon sa palabas na ginawa, ang tawag na doon is conceived POV, na ipanganak na perspektibo, ipanganak na karakter. So, in advertisement, always have a carefully conceived point of view. Yeah. Tell product makes you socially desirable. Tell a product makes you great athlete, or tell a product that alleviates a problem. You have to establish a certain perspective or a certain lens that your audiences can look at it, diba? Can use it as their own perspective. Ganun yung idea. So digital games have point of view, Netflix are intellectual puzzles, conflicts are cute, conflicts are violent. And there are other documentaries who have point of view, which is there are documentaries who tells us a person or an event or idea is good or sometimes different, no? An exact opposite, which is a person, an event, or idea is bad. This point of view have been reduced to a few words. I will develop point of view requires additional details. The more specific the point of view, the more correctly the picture makers can bring their story to the screen because they understand what emotions their work should evoke from the audience. Yeah, so it requires additional details, representations, visual cues. No? Tinan niyo yung maigi. Halimbawa, ay magnanakaw. O yung character ay magnanakaw. Dito sa Pilipinas, pag naroon kayo ng mga pelikula, yung kontrabida yung masama. Yung kanilang itsura. Di ba po napansin, nagkaroon na ng conceived POV yung doon sa pelikula. Kapag kapag ikaw yung kontrabida, mukha kang mukha kang wise, mukha kang matalino kontrabida. Diba? Lahat medyo matapang mukha. Hindi pwedeng bait-baitan, cute-ups, sweet-ups, di ba? At tapos, kamukha mo si Catherine Bernardo. Tapos ikaw pala yung kontrabida, parang medyo weird, off, di ba? Kasi sanay tayo na yung isang Catherine, isang Catherine Bernardo ay isang inaapi-api, di ba? Hindi naman pwedeng ikaw yung kontrabida tapos mas maganda ka nga naman, di ba? Sabi ng misis ko, mas maganda ka pa doon sa bida, di ba? Pumunta ka sa kasal, tapos mas maganda ka pa kasi doon sa kinakasal, di ba? Parang ano to, di ba? Napakaano naman ito, mga agaw naman ito, di ba? Hindi dapat ganoon, di ba? So yung ganong klaseng mga aspeto, ang tawag namin yan visual triggers, no, yung mga visual elements and used to give more information or visual signs and part yun ng visual structure na pinag-uusapan natin. It's either this visual structure or these visual elements put into visual structure can make or break our film. Hindi pwedeng bahala na. Kundi dapat pinagpaplanuhan ng maigi. Diba? Pag sinabi mong mahirap yung character, or let's say magnanakaw yung character. Nakakita pa kayo na magnanakaw na ano, na I mean, dito sa Pilipinas na paano ba magnanakaw? Ay, akit bahay. Gano'n na lang, para specific. Nakita pa kayo ng akit bahay na na naka-coat and tie? Di ba? Hindi, di ba? Lagi ang akit bahay natin, naka-t-shirt, di ba? Naka-short, yung mga ganyan, di ba? So that's part of the conceived POV, mga details, visual representations na dapat nag-make sense at well-established para pag gumawa ka ng pelikula, unang tingin mo agad, ay, nanakaw to. Paano mo nasabi? Paano mo nasabi? Because of the visual elements na nire-reflect niya, sinushow niya. Naintindihan? Thumbs up nga kayo kung naintindihan nyo. For example, yung character mo mayaman. Diba? Kailangan mo ng visual cues na well-established visual cues na nagsasabing mayaman yan. May alahas, may kotse maganda, diba? Paano siya mayaman? Mayroon siyang kumpanya, mga ganong bagay. And that's the point of view ng na nire-research natin. No? We build that by researching. Okay. At nanggaling po yan sa writer. Nagre-research na tayo to give more uh, establishments doon sa character. Okay. So, ano yung pinag-uusapan kung visual elements and part of the visual structure. Ang tawag natin doon is components. A visual structure has components. The components are technically visual elements to. No? Ibig sabihin, ito yung last nakapaloob doon sa structure. No? Again, ang visual structure is whatever we put into lenses in front of our lens of our film, no? Photography, whatever we put. Ang ibang term namin sa whatever you put on the lens is the mesencine. Mesencine. Ang spelling niya is MIS-EN dash scene. SCENE. Mesencine. So yung mesencine, everything you put in place. Lahat ng yun yung visual structure. Lahat ng isinasalpak mo at nakikita sa lente o nakikita sa camera, nakikita sa pelikula, yun yung visual structure. Ngayon, each visual structure has components. Now, when we choose the components to put on your visual structure, you have to think of how to choose which component to put into my visual structure. There are four choices na tinatawag. No? The four choices is the number one is analytic choice. Two is research choice. Four, oh my God, mali yung ano ko. It's not analytic. It's instinctive choice. And last is the, wait, mali ako ng ano. Naantok na kasi ako nung ginagawa ko to. So, ang apat na yan ay, nagkape na pa kayo? Teka lang, dito yan. So, in choosing the components you put in your visual structure, meron kang apat na choices na pwedeng gawin. Number one is what we call analytic choice. Let me correct that. Yan, diba? Ganun tayo ka-prepared. Dito tayo sa mismong klase na nagre-revise ng lecture, diba? Tapos, ito instinctive choice tawag natin yan. Instinctive choice. O, diba? And lastly, arbitrary choice. Ano-ano yan? Tandaan nyo yan ha. Arbitrary, instinctive, and research as well as the analytic. So, sa analytic choice, read the script, use your analysis of the story to discover the writer's point of view and let that inspire the visual structure. So, analyze mo lang yung script, diba? Ano yung gusto sabihin ng writer? Hindi, kung ano yung gusto nilang makita ng writer, ibigay mo. That's the analytic choice. The research choice naman, search for your visual structure in the work of others. Pwede kang humanap ng peg. Ngayon, I tell you na itong research choice is yung easiest pa, di ba? Madaling paraan in providing components. Bakit? Walang masama sa pangungopya ng ano. Huwag mo lang kunin lahat. Huwag kang kumuha sa isa lang kasi ang tawag doon pagnanakaw. Pero pagka kumuha ka ng inspiration sa isa, dalawa, tatlo, apat, marami. Habang marami kang pinagkukuhanan ng inspiration, no? Visual structure from other people, you're getting top of their shoulder. Ibig sabihin, wala kang ninanakaw, kundi umihiram ka lang. Ngayon, pinagsasama-sama mo ngayon yung maraming visual structure. Anong purpose nun? Anong nangyayari doon? Mas maganda yung nagagawa mo. Kasi napapagtagni-tagni mo eh. No? Napapagsama mo kung ano yung effective, ano yung maganda sa iba't iba na tao. Tapos ngayon gagawa ka ng bago, which is, I think, better than what they have. Ganun yung idea. Walang problema sa sabi ko nga sa inyo, if you want to become something in the future, ngayon pa lang aralin mo na yung characteristic, yung visual structure, no, yung characteristic, yung behavior, yung taste ng iyong gustong maging. Halimbawa, gusto mo maging documentarist, no? Gusto mo maging docu na reporter, 'di ba, documentarist. Meron kang fan ka nila Howie Severino. Gusto mo maging ganun in the future. What can you do right now? You can study their behavior, their choices of visual structure. You can study the way they behave. You can study their interests, no? And how do they act with those interests or how they do things. How do these documentaries do their job? You can learn that, and then as you go through studying, i- kopyahin mo ng kopyahin. Take it till you make it. Di ba? Bakit? Bakit po, sir? Kasi whatever they are doing are the right things to do. Kasi sila nasa industriya. No? Tandaan nyo yun. Ah, mas madali yun kaysa mag-imbento kayo ng isang panibagong formula or mag-imbento kayo ng bagong pamamaraan. It will take time pag ganun. Pero kapag ginagaya mo yung ginagawa nila, 'di ba? Hindi ka lang kukunin yung kay Javi Severino lang, kay Cara David, 'di ba? Kila Jay Tarok, iba pang mga iba-iba pang mga tao, how they handle information, how they handle, they cover things. Pagka nakita mo 'yon, kita mo yung manipis na linya, yung trend na tinatawag namin, sundan mo 'yon, no? Kapag ang chances na makagawa ka ng katulad nun is mas mataas. At yung chances na maging tama yun is malaki kasi yun yung ginagawa nila eh. Walang maayos na recipe. Walang standard recipe in doing things but to follow yung gumagawa ng work na yon in the industry. Sila yung batayan. Sila yung standards. No? So, okay yan, yung research choice. No? Search your visual structure in the works of others. Kaya ka nga nag-chat GPT, di ba? Di ba? Di ka tinatamad ka. Chat GPT ka. Ba't ka mag-chat GPT? Kasi tamad ka. Pero anong ginagawa mo? Nanghihiram ka lang naman ng ng knowledge siya kay chat GPT. O, di ba? Ang gagawin mo, huwag mo i-copy paste yung chat GPT. Pag gina-copy paste mo yung chat GPT, eh may problema yun. No? Hindi ganun dapat. Ang gagawin mo, kukuha ka lang ng ideya kay chat GPT. Ganun yung concept. Huwag mo i-copy paste. Pang lang yun, mga bobo lang gumagawa ng copy pasting. Kunan mo lang ng ideya. Now, punta tayo sa pangatlo. Yung instinctive choice. Yan, there are many picture makers who control visual structure. User their instincts. Instincts. Yung taste mo. Yung sarili mong taste. Tandaan nyo, yan yung sasabi ko sa inyo nung una pa lamang. Develop your taste. Kasi pag pangit yung taste mo, pangit din yung material na mga gawa mo. Kasi pangit yung panlasa mo eh. Di ba? Kung pangit yung panlasa mo, pangit kahit tae, kakainin mo. Kasi pangit panlasa mo eh. Di ba? Hindi pwede, hindi porket pangit panlasa mo, lahat ng ipapasok mo sa katawan mo, pangit na rin. Di ba? So dito sa instinctive choice, ayan, are many pictures who control visual structure user their instincts. Use your taste, use your own instincts in deciding or controlling visual structure. Number four is the arbitrary choice. Even though you understand visual structure, you may be unable to decide which visual components work best for your story. If this is the problem, make a decision anyway. No? Kailangan mo mag-decide kasi hindi pwedeng wala. Kailangan mag-decide ka. Okay? So let's dive into those things, one thing and another. Analytic choice, sabi diyan, read the script, use your analysis of the story to discover the writer's point of view, and let that inspire the visual structure. A good clue to discover the author's point of view is understanding your own emotional reaction to the story. Go on the consumer or readers or audience's shoes. No? Puntahan mo yung sapatos, ilagay mo yung sarili mo sa sapatos ano ng mga audiences mo, and then you decide 'Di ba? So emotional reaction. Ano yung epekto sa in emotional reaction? That's the analytic choice. The characters, dialogue, and conflict should communicate moods and emotions that the author wanted you and the audience to feel. 'Di ba? Kung ano yung gustong iparamdam ng writer sa audiences niya, yun din yung mararamdaman mo. Kasi you place yourself in the position ng audiences. So, analytic choice tawag natin sa ganun. Kapag nilalagay natin yung sarili natin as audience and then decide kung ano yung visual elements na or visual components or structure na magandang gamitin. Research choice, yan, medyo mahaba yung research choice, pero find artwork, find other, find pegs. Maghanap ka ng peg na gagayahin, 'di ba? Maghanap ka ng something na gagayahin, something na ma-inspire ka into ideas. Ayan. So, find artwork and photographs that feel correct for visual in your production. Don't limit yourself to pictures that only deal with your subject. Explore all the kinds of pictures, visit art museums, and look at the art in person. The visual components in certain pictures appeal to you and communicate your point of view. Ask yourself why. What is there about the space, line, shape, tone, and color in someone else's picture that can convey the same moods, emotion, and ideas for your production? Borrow structures. After mo mag-research, borrow that structure and recreate it. Make a scrapbook or lookbook of pictures that inspire your visual components, choices. Give a copy of that scrapbook to your key crew members so they can see what you have in mind. Yan yung research choice. Another is letter B. Saglit lang ah. May ano lang ako. Ayusin lang ako saglit. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Diyan pa ba kayo? Yan. Thank you. Okay, so let's continue dun sa discussion natin. Letter B. Yan. So yung sabi ng una, research, create a lookbook, no? Gawa kang scrapbook na um, ang tawag natin, yung lookbook yung mahalaga para isa-isa kayo ng ito yung gusto kong mangyari, no? Syempre, hindi naman sapat na ano eh, may iba kasing tao na hindi magaling magsabi kung ano yung gusto nilang mangyari. So, para mas madali, nagawa na lang sila ng lookbook. Yan. Letter B is don't limit yourself to pictures reference. Read everything you can find on your project subject. You'll discover information that will inspire new ideas for creating visuals. Use the internet, but also go to libraries, browse the shelves, and discover what you didn't know exists. You'll find amazing visual and written materials that is not available anywhere else. Visit the locations of your productions, take pictures, and talk to people. Yun, no? Pwede, kumuha ka ng information from other sources. Huwag lang puro internet, no? Kailangan experiential. Diba? The more you involve yourself or the more you uh, immerse yourself doon sa environment, mas maganda, no? Mas kaya mo siyang igawa ng representation and so on, o ng visual structure. Letter C, watch movies. Hindi ka gagaling sa isang bagay kung hindi ka native doon, kung hindi ka nag-ubos ng oras, panahon doon sa bagay na yon. So if you want to create, if you want to be familiar with practices that are working or things that are working, uh, nood ka ng nood ka, no? I-immerse mo yung sarili mo doon sa material o doon sa mga katulad nun. Halimbawa, gagawa tayo ng pelikula. Kung gagawa kayo ng pelikula, kailangan marami na kayo napanood na pelikula. Kasi mahirap gumawa ng isang bagay na hindi ka familiar. So it's important to get involved, no? Research by watching movies. There are thousands of movies you haven't seen. Do some exploring. Old movies have a great visual ideas to borrow or enhance. If a movie looks promising for research, watch it without sound. The more times you watch a movie, the more you'll discover about its visual structure. Nakatry na ba kayo manood ng pelikula na walang sound? Nakafocus ka lang talaga sa visual cues, sa visual structure, di ba? Yun. So, dapat kasi unang tingin pa lang naiintindihan kahit walang tunog naiintindihan. Ganon. So, you can do that. Hire an artist to draw concept art. Yan, pag tamad ka na, yan, hire an artist to draw concept art. Work with visually creative people and allow them to imagine how your production might look. Study their drawings because that will help you discover the visual structure for your production. In animation, dozens of artists create hundreds of conceptual drawings as they explore ways to structure the visual components. Experiment, draw something and see how it looks. Ganon. So, more on researching or gathering information through different ways or patterns yung research choice. Pangatlo is the instinctive choice. And there are many picture makers who control visual structure using their instincts. Great instincts are an inexplicable, unique inner voice that can offer a rare pathway to discover a visual structure that supports the story. That's when instincts are great. Use them. Some picture we can avoid planning anything and find a visual structure on the set. This works well if you're unusually talented, fast, and clever. There are nothing more exciting than the moment-to-moment collaboration of cast and crew, but there's nothing more potentially disastrous as well. Spontaneity can create interesting visuals, but that technique can be difficult to sustain and problematic for the crew. Instinctive choices may look good at the moment but can be disappointing in retrospect. So, ganito yan. May itong instinctive choices, di ba may mga napapanood kayo ng mga parang short video clips na ito daw part na ito, originally hindi naman daw planadong maging bahagi ng pelikula pero since nagustuhan nung director, nilagay niya. Ang tawag doon instinctive choice. Pero hindi pwedeng buong pelikula mo instinct lang. Hindi pwedeng ganun kaya nga may pre-prod eh, 'di ba? So may pre-prod, dun pa lang nagkakaalaman na kung anong mangyayari. Nagkaalaman ng mga plano at ano yung kailangan. So, mahalaga yon, no? Para ah, pag planado yung ginagawa ninyo, yung result planado rin. Pero pagka instinct lang yung pinapagana natin, nakakatakot yun. Minsan, disappointing yung gano'n. Kasi hindi mo alam eh, wala kang maayos na ano eh, structure. No? Pwede kang gumamit ng instinctive choices, pero hindi buong pelikula gawa lang sa instinctive choices. Experimental tawag sa ganun. So, iwasan natin yun. Pero, pwedeng mangyari yun. No? Kung ano yung napag-desisyonan mo on the set, saka lang ganun. Itong pang-apat, as I told you, no, this one is arbitrary choice. Teka lang ah. An arbitrary choice. So arbitrary choice, even though you understand visual structure, you may be unable to decide which visual components work best for your story. Marating yung time na yon, parang dilina na sa isip mo. Or masyado kang focus sa ibang bagay, kaya hindi ka nakapaghanda doon sa kasunod. So if that's the case, make a decision anyway. No, choose something even if you have no idea why. Make your arbitrary choice the basis of your visual structure. Yeah. In preparing a production with an arbitrarily chosen visual structure, you usually realize if your choices need adjusting. Making a decision, arbitrary or not, suggests actor staging, camera placement, lens choice, and how you use the basic visual components. An arbitrary decision still guarantees that your production will have a visual style. Yan yung arbitrary choices, it happens on the set. No? Kapag tingin mo, hindi ganun kaganda yung plano, pwede mong baguhin yun. The arbitrary choice somewhat give us, as director or writer, no, parang adjustments, no, an allowance to make adjustment if necessary. Hindi pwedeng kung ano, hindi pwedeng gumawa tayo ng pelikulang by the book lang. Kung ano yung nakaunang plano, doon na lang tayo, no? Eh paano kung there are times na unexpectedly kailangan mo mag-decide, 'di ba? Kailangan mo mag-adjust. Ano gagawin mo 'yun? Pwede ka ba mag-adjust? Ang sagot ay oo, pwede ka mag-adjust. Pero again, hindi pwedeng buong buong pelikula mo adjust ka lang ng adjust. Kasi nga may plano eh. May pre-prod nga. Okay? So, whatever approach you use, make a list of 7 basic visual components and consider each one as a question. So ito yan. Mahalaga itong questions na ito. Again, yung 7 basic visual components like the line, the shape, the form, diba? We have the color, we have the, ano pa bang meron doon? Line, shape, form, color, values, ano pa ba? Ano ba kayo na, meron ba akong hindi nasabi? Space. Yan. The space and the movement. Yan. So, yun. No? So, itong 7 ano na to, components na to, dapat meron kang listahan yan. Paano nagagamit yun? So, these are the questions you can ask while you're doing the production or while you're doing the visual structure. Number 1 is what moods, emotions, or ideas should you attach to the visual components? Diba? Kapag ka may moods, may kulay yan. Emotions, kulay, linya, espasyo. Diba? So, what type of space is suggested by the story? Ano ba ito, nag-aaway? Pagka yung kwento nag-aaway, kailangan intimate sila? Hindi, di ba? Pag nag-aaway-aaway sila, dapat medyo magkakalayo sila. Kapag yung eksena lambingan, ito dapat magkadikit sila. Ganun yung ideya. What type of space is suggested by the story? Basahin niyo yung spaces doon sa lecture ng mga binigay kong material. The author writes scenes in hallways which might indicate deep space. Another location might be written as a cramped tiny room which suggests flat space. What kind of lines and shapes would work best? A story about social outcasts might use vertical lines or to create surface divisions between the characters. Another is there a color scheme suggested by the story? Yeah. What hue, brightness, and saturation should your production use, and how will you define the color's meaning in the exposition? Yeah. So in choosing components, you have to answer these questions. Okay. So once you determine a point of view and plan your visual structure, you have the task of bringing your ideas to the screen. Consider the important concept of visual economy. When we say visual economy, what should I include in the shot and what should I remove from the shot? Pag sinabi natin visual economy, that's the removing, adding. Hindi pwedeng lahat ilagay mo doon sa shot. May hilo yung audience. Bigat sa mata. 'Di ba? Walang pahinga. Ika nga. Hindi naman pwedeng i-remove mo lahat. Hindi wala ng laman. 'Di ba? Yung shot mo. Ganun yun. So you have to decide what to retain and what to remove. That's the visual economy. May tinatawag tayong eye fatigue. 'Di ba? Yung eye fatigue, kapag hindi ka na makahinga, yun ang mangyari sa iyo, eye fatigue. No? Kapag sinabing eye fatigue, yung mata natin napapagod. 'Di ba? So, para maiwasan yung pagkapagod, anong gagawin? Bawasan natin kung ano yung nakikita. Hindi pwedeng lahat ilagay mo dun sa storya, sa isang shot. Unti-untiin mo lang, little by little. Napansin niyo yung ano, sino na dito nakapanood ng ano, ng, again, Final Destination, 'di ba? Thumbs up nga yung nakapanood na ng Final Destination kahit anong ano, anong part. Yan. 'Di ba 'pag ini-establish na kung paano siya mamamatay o malapit na siyang mamatay, lahat pa yun sabay-sabay pinapakita. 'Di ba hindi? Unti-unti, creating a momentum, tas biglang boom, 'di ba? So, that's visual economy. What should you include and what to remove from the shot? The things include scenery, set dressing, props, lighting, and sometimes actors. The audience assumes that everything in a shot is there for a reason. That's part of the visual economy. Hindi kayo maglalagay doon ng walang kwenta. Kaya mo nilagay yun kasi it tells something. Nanonood kayo ng ano, ng anime, nanonood kayo One Piece, 'di ba? Kapag merong mga thumbs up ngayon na nanonood o fan ng One Piece dito. Alam niyo yung One Piece? Yung One Piece, yun yung bikini na ano, na iisa lang. Ayan. One Piece yung anime, 'di ba? So pag nanonood ka ng One Piece anime, 'di ba may mga hint, mga ganun foreshadowing na binibigay. Paano nangyari yun? It's because of the idea that whatever scenery, set dressing, props, lighting, and sometimes actor that is in there, in the shot or in the mise scene, the audience assumes that everything in a shot has a reason. Okay? So visual economy asks you how much can you remove from a shot and still fully communicate your mood, emotion, or idea. If you remove anything redundant or misleading, the remaining objects will have more meaning for the audiences. Yun. 'Di ba? Kung ano yung naiiwan, nagkakaroon ng focus kasi ito na lang yung nakikita eh. Hindi katulad ng ang daming makikita. Hindi alam ngayon ng audience kung saan titingin. Hindi niya ngayon malaman kung ano yung mensahe. 'Di ba? So that's part of the visual economy. Tandaan nyo, no? Huwag kayong ma-inlove sa inyong ginagawa, sa inyong artwork o sa inyong shot o sa isang eksena. Bakit? Minsan ang hirap tanggalin ng eksena kahit walang kwenta yung eksena. Pag nagpapagawa ako ng pelikula, sabihin ko, o gawa kayo pelikula 30-minute o kaya 26 minutes lang. 26 minute na pelikula. Ang sasabihin ng estudyante, "Sir, di po kayang ano, eh, di po kayang paikliin." Kalokohan. Puwede nga yang gawing 1 minute eh, 'di ba? Naintindihan niyo ako? You can tell the story, mapa 1 minute 'yan o mapa 30 minute 'yan. Ang tawag natin dun visual economy. Creating focus, creating more meaning for the audiences. An editor deletes dialogue or scenes if they're misleading, redundant, or wrong. You should have the same philosophy when composing your shots and arranging the visual components. Nakakasunod? Okay pa ba kayo? 6 na slides na lang. Thumbs up nga. Yan. Nantok na kayo. 5 PM pa lang. Ako nakatulog na ako eh. Okay. Choose visual components. In choosing visual components, yan, merong mas shorter na way. No? What is the story and conflict? What is the point of view and where the story's location? So ito yung primary sources natin for visual components. Understand the story and conflict, understand the point of view of the writer, and then understand or know the story's location. So, in using visual structure, ano daw kailangan natin gawin in using visual structure? Ito, summary lang yan kanina, no? And choosing visual components. This one is another, or using the visual structure. How will an individual can use visual structure? Siyempre, katulad ng sinasabi natin palagi, read the script. If the script inspires an idea for a visual component, write a note to yourself in the margins of the page. Directors often make notes about an actor's emotional state or the staging of a scene. Ganun yun. No? Sinusulatan nila yung mga gilid para malaman nila kung ano yung kailangan namamayaning emosyon. So do the same thing for visual components. Notes about the 7 basic visual components will remind you to implement your ideas in preparation and production. Draw storyboards. Number 2. So the main purpose of storyboard is to remind yourself what to capture with the camera. Yun yung trabaho ng storyboard. Ano yung dapat required mahalaga na i-capture ng camera. If storyboards are to be any use, they can be taken like well-conceived storyboards are as important as commitment as the script. Be prepared to redraw the storyboards many times just as a writer rewrites the script. Taking still photos in the actual locations provides you with pictures that are easy to create and more accurate than storyboards. Rehearse. Practice makes perfect, di ba? So assemble your actors and rehearse your production as if it were a theater play. This gives you the unique opportunity to see the entire story uninterrupted from beginning to end. Kaya merong script reading na tinatawag. Binabasa na yung script. You won't have this overview again until you're in the editing room. During the rehearsals, you can concentrate on the story and the actors without distractions of camera, lighting, and sound. You can find the best actor staging, refine the story's point of view, and develop ideas for structuring the visual components. As the rehearsal mature, key crew members can be invited to watch and collaborate on the visual structure. Hello, ano nangyari? Camera angles can be discussed and you can record the rehearsal with a video camera. Nawawala-wala ba ako? Ha? Hello? Problema ba kayo sa akin? Wala naman. Okay naman. Sige. Ganun, ang mahalaga yung rehearsal. Kaya kayo may napapanood ng mga script reading. Yan. Rehearse pa rin. You can take this rehearsal process even further, shoot all the necessary camera angles, edit the footage, and review the results. If the actors are unavailable, bring friends to your location and shoot a test version of your production. Yung mga kaibigan mo, yung cameraman na dati nung nag-aano kami, nung nasa Solar ako, may behind the scene kami, di ba? May behind the scene. Kami yung nagko-cover ng behind the scene ng mga pelikula para sa Sinag Maynila. So, ang ginagawa, pagka walang mahila yung direktor, kami rin ay kisali dun sa practice. Tayo ka rito. Oh, babariling ka. Hindi, hindi. Hindi naman gano'n. Kumbaga, tayo ka rito, kunwari ikaw si ganito. Oh, sige po. Eh, bago pa lang naman ako nun. Kaya okay lang. Okay lang naman yun. Wala naman gagawin. May pagkain naman. So, may ganun, may gumagawa ng ganun. Pinagre-rehearse sila ng as parang yun na. Pre-visualization is also important. Previs computer software provides a virtual studio that allows you to build scenery, add actors, choose lenses and camera positions, and edit the shots into a version of your finished film. Complex action sequence are usually completely staged and choreographed using elaborate previous systems so that problems can be solved before production begins. Yeah, and that's it for for this afternoon, no? There are example ng mga ng magagandang example ng paano ginagawa yung visual structure na doon sa material na isi-send ko sa inyo. No, you can read on it. Yan. Siguro I can somewhat share the PDF, yung itsura niya. Basahin nyo ito, yung mga pinagpabasa ko sa inyo. Pinapabasa ko sa inyo. Basahin ninyo, no? Ayan, for example, this one. Ayan. Ayan. So, ito, yung, kumbaga, the locations of up in the air are primarily airports and mid-level hotels and corporate offices. The only departure is in the story's third act, which takes place at a wedding. The author's point of view of the story, mood, emotion, and ideas are communicated through the actors' performances, the music, the voice of visual components. So, yan. So, pag sinabing visual structure, yung set, design, no, yung mga footages, yung mga shots, yan. Makita nyo na halos magkaka magkakatulong-tulong sila, no, to build yung story. So, this one, babasahin nyo lang ito, no? Nakita dyan yung mga reasoning kung bakit dinagdag yung ganyang bagay. Okay? So, yun lang. Yun lang naman. Yung kahalagahan lang ng point of view, reading the script and pre-visualization. Ayan. Yung tinatackle dito sa practice. And again, in building your visual structure, walang ibang way para ma-develop nyo yung visual structure nyo but to practice and practice. No? Practice kayo ng practice, meaning mag-shoot kayo, mag-edit kayo, mamili kayo. Build your visual structure or yung taste ninyo, panlasa ninyo sa visual structure. Okay? So, do you have questions? Clarifications? Kaya negative reactions? Meron bang gusto ditong magmura? Wala naman, no? Okay. Sige, wala. Raise lang ng kamay. Sige. So, again, read all the PDF files na send ko sa inyo sa GC natin. Ayan, medyo mahaba-haba lang. Kayang-kaya nyo kasi tagal-tagal na nating binigay yan eh. Kung di nyo pa nababasa kahit isa dyan, eh di ko nakasalanan niya o madali lang yung exam, no? Multiple choice naman yun. Ah, kayang-kayang hulaan. Pero kaya-kaya rin dayain. No? Bahala na, pagka dinaya nyo, di bahala na sa inyo yung Diyos. Kayo na bahala. Diba? So, okay. Kung wala na, siguro, okay na tayo. Mag-attendance, magpipicture pa ba tayo for one last time? para dun sa mga wala kanina, no? O yan, sige, mag-picture tayo para dun sa mga kakarating lamang. O, hindi, yung kalagitnaan. Si Trinidad ba saka si Atacador ay magkapatid? Magkamukha kayo sa ano eh, sa profile picture. Yan, no? Si Atacador saka si Trinidad. Hindi naman, no? Kayo apelido, eh. Iba, magkapatid. Ah, sige, open na. Magkikita ba tayo in person? Hindi na, no? Oo, sad. Okay lang yan. So, teka lang. Nangyari, nawala yung aking Zoom. Sorry wait lang. Dilim na. Mukha na akong Robocop. Ay, okay, 1, 2, 3, smile. Teka lang, hindi ko na makapa yung ano. 1, 2, 3, smile. Okay, so that will be the last one. Thank you so much again for attending this afternoon's class. Uh, I hope ay meron kayo natutunan. Ay, mali. Maling GC. And I hope you learned something this afternoon. Thank you so much again for attending. And again, yung exam nyo pa ay next Saturday pa. Okay, May 18 pa. Okay? Pero magiging open naman yon from May 18, from May 18 to May 24. Yan, 7 days. Okay? So kung kailan kayo bakante, ayan, ah yung exam na yon ay ano, bawal mag-altab, no? Bawal kayo mag-altab kasi naka-timer lang siya. Since 100 items yon, naka-ano siya, naka 2.5 hours lang siya na timer. So 2.5 hours. Pagka nag-altab kayo, automatic niyang i-send yun. So di kayo pwedeng mandaya, no? Ang pwede niyong gawin para ano, madali kayo makapandaya, mag-exam kayo sa computer. Tapos yung cellphone nyo ngayon, yung mag-ano, sa cellphone kayo magse-search ng sagot, 'di ba? Ganun 'yan. Ang pandaraya maraming paraan 'yan. Pag matalino ka, yeah, sige ano, Garcia.
Sir, sorry, lagi ko kasing tinatanong kung ano yung finals natin. Parang,
The finals ninyo is ano, the finals is uh, film.
okay.
Oo. Hatiin lang natin yung grupo ni. Ilan nga kayo? Ilan nga kayo? Jacqueline?
30 to 33 po.
Yan, 30 to 33. Siguro dalawang grupo na lang. Makakaano na kayo niyan. Mamili kayo kung ano, mamili kayo kung commercial or short film. 5 minutes na short film. 5 minutes na short film. Pwede na yan. 5 minutes na short film o kaya 5 to 20 minutes na short film. Pag-usapan nyo na kung ano yung gusto nyo. Pag commercial naman, 4 na commercial yon per per group. Kasi 20 minutes dapat eh. So, 4 na 5 minute. Mas pagod kayo pag commercial. Mag-short film na lang kayo para ano, short film kahit mga 10 to 20 minutes na short film. Yun yung pinaka ano. Kasi visual direction ito eh. Pareho
Kaya
naman
kaya
yun.
ng, kaya po kaya ng, um, kaya po kaya ng tatlong grupo?
3 grupo? Hindi pa
Yes.
kayo kawawa nun? 10 lang kayo? May karakter pa kayo eh. Kayo, mag-decide kayo. Okay lang sa akin. Kung 3 grupo, kahit siguro mga isang short film lang kayo per group, siguro mga 10 to 15 minutes lang na short film. Or 10 to 20 kung kaya ninyo. Pero kayo pag-usapan ninyo kung nararamihan pa kayo sa 15 members per group pa. Kasi sa akin, dalawa lang sana eh, dalawang grupo lang sana. Pero kung gusto yung tatlo, okay lang naman sa akin. Kasi ano yan eh, mas marami, mas maganda kasi yung visual direction kasi, ano yan eh, kapag isang production lang kayo, ilan lang yung makakapag-direct. Pero kapag marami kayong production, tatlong grupo kayo, let's say, mas maraming makakapag-direct. Naintindihan niyo ako, no? Yun yung reason. Sige, you can talk with I can leave in this meeting. Hindi, pwedeng ko muna tong meeting na to. Pag-usapan ninyo, no? I'll stop the recording na lang.